guys, this is episode 79 of Minecraft Down Under. What are we going to be doing today? Well, we're actually going to be continuing on the horse stables. So last episode, we managed to get this far in the horse stable build, and we've even got a single cell complete in the horse stable here. As you can see, we've already got Hot Chocolate in there because he was in a pretty much up the hill there in a mangled up cell. So he's now in his own cell, and it's got grass and everything. We haven't really decorated it yet. Plan to put in a little bit of decoration, like some hay bales and maybe a trough where you can drink out of and all that good stuff. So the plan is to put the roof on today and put the rest of the cells in, because you know the rest of the cells are not in. We've got to do all these cells here. Now, obviously, the corners here are not going to be accessible once these corners in here. We can probably make a bigger cell. It's possible to make like a double-sized cell. There's many things we can do with this back room, because, you know, once we've got the walls in on each of these cells, then yeah, definitely this back area on both corners are not going to be accessible. So I plan on probably sealing it up like that, probably seal it, so do that on that, so you can't really see that there's a room back here and wonder what's in there. Now we can make a secret room. There's many things we can do with the back corners. Now there was another option. We could have literally taken out this wall here and just had 4 pens on both sides and just had like a, you know, straight through version and not had this here at all. That could have been a possibility, because that means we could have used the end cells or the end little corner rooms there. But nah, I quite like this right around feel here. It's going to be quite epic once it is actually done. So, now, the roof. The roof is probably the first thing we're going to work on today. It's going to be pretty plain. It's not going to be grand or crazy, and it can't, because, you know, I got the you know, main base. I don't want to have anything overpowering on the outside. So it's going to be one of those flat top roofs, I think. Probably best thing to do. I'm going to make it out of dark oak. Yeah, dark oak is probably the best way to go with this. So dark oak roof. So we're going to need a metric butt ton of dark oak. Now I've got some here. Not sure if it's enough to complete what we're going to be doing today, but we'll give it a shot. So let's start making some stairs and some planks and all that good stuff. So what we'll do is just make we'll try about 4 stacks of stairs. Will probably do us for starting off, because we don't want to make too many. So we need it's going to take a little bit, quite a lot actually, to do an entire stack. It's 4 stacks of stairs. Bob's your uncle. There we go, 4 stacks of stairs. Now pile all that back up, and then what we'll do, I think, is carry 1 stack of logs on us. We're going to need dark oak fences as well made up, which is kind of a bummer. So what we can do is we don't need to use up all our good wood here. Well, the dark stuff was kind of important right now, or else I'll have to go chop them all down. So what we're going to do is make some dark oak fences to go with it. So we'll put some of those there, and then we'll put the planks. This should be oodles amount of fences. We'll probably not need this much. Boom. So that's going to be for decoration and the sides. I have a plan. I want to put fences along the sides like this. Okay? I want to put... it's going to fill in a gap. It's going to fill in a gap, and later on we're going to connect stuff to it. So what we need to do is, we're definitely wasting a metric butt ton of fences here, but it's part of the idea in my head. There we go. So we'll just do the front area first to make sure it's going to look okay and feel okay before we go ahead and do the entire roof. So there we go. Alright, so now we actually need to get up somewhere. So we've got some cobblestone. We can get rid of the shovel because we're not going to be shoveling anything. Convert more of this into planks. Okay, so let's get on top now. And what we'll do... Actually, we probably did not need to start on top here. So technically we need to do that. That is what we're going to be going for. So we get up now, and then it sort of just climbs like this, and then I want a gap. I'd probably need that axe, but I want a gap between the roof. I don't want to put the roof just flat over the top. I want like this this whole like ceiling feel area, so the beams look like, you know, it's holding up the structure and all that good stuff. Plus I want to hang stuff down like lighting later on from these main beams. So I want that one gap. We're going to get that one gap by just jacking it up one more time. So like that. So technically this is where the roof will sit. Okay, it's not really tall, it's not going to overpower the main base, which is what I want, and bloomin' crikey, it's getting dark. So let's quickly pop in a bed, and then we can finish off this roof. No, let me sleep, quick! And then, what we'll probably have is, we'll have a little garden out the front here, like, ooh. Alright, sleep now? Yeah, sleep now. So we'll probably have a little garden out the front on both sides. Don't want to take too much of this area up, because remember, I made it wide on purpose for horses and stuff. You know, it was meant to be wide. So we'll have a little garden probably out the front here, like that. Probably some more fences, probably going drooping down the front here. Probably going to make the entrance a lot larger than it actually is at the moment. But we'll play around with that later. So let's get this roof done. Holy smokes. Up, 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 up. There we go. So that's pretty much what we got to do all the way around. So I don't know whether to start on the bottom row here and just hold shift and crawl along slowly, but that's just, could we do it from the ground? It would make things so much more easier to start off with. Actually, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and reach up and place a stair from the ground. See if that's doable. Probably not. I'm going to aim from the top. And no, it's going to... I should be aiming for the bottom, Data, your Fruit Loop. Aim for the bottom. Yeah, it is. It's going to... Oh, okay, that's way easier. There we go. I should have started doing that from the start. Holy smokes. Put the corner in. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Well, as I said, we'll just do the front area for now. And then we'll extend once I feel that it is going to fit well in for the rest of the build. Because that's the thing, you don't want to build the whole thing then go, I need to change it. Might as well just start with a section of it first, and then go ahead and do the rest if you feel that's going to look good. There we go. Alright, corner. Okay, so there, that was quite easy. Stand back, have a quick squiz. I know it's meant to be flat. Yeah, the roof is not going to be like exactly huge. I think some people were expecting like this big, huge rooftop, you know, like a barn look maybe. I'm not 100% sure what you were expecting there, but I feel, as I was saying before, I feel that it might actually be a little bit overpowering with a large roof on it. We want this small outdoor building, nothing humongous. So this is hopefully going to do that for us. Hopefully. Not 100%. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alright. So the interior, I was thinking glowstone... Oh, crikey. What happened here? Glowstone... Oh, crikey. Glowstone hanging from the roof. Like, or... I want to show you guys what I mean. Like, we do this to the beams. This is what I mean. Boom. Boom, and then glowstone on top of that, then like trapdoors around that. How epic would that look? That's going to create like the best feel, I think. Probably the... come on, Data, back to the bloomin' roof. I just like decorating. I think it's just... I just can't wait to that stage of playing around with some glowstone and lighting and all that good stuff. Crikey. God, gotta get the roof on before I play with any of that. Okay, there we go. Bob's your uncle. And we need to build this outside ring up here. And we've got to think about the lighting inside inside each of the cells here too. There we go. Wrap this right around, and then we can stand back and have a quick squiz. Make sure it is not really crazy. It shouldn't be crazy. Come on, this is a pretty flat roof. Bland roof. There. Bland and flat roof, so it doesn't take anything away from any of the main structures. There we go. Wrap this around, and there's going to take a metric butt ton of dark oak to actually fill all this in. And wrap this around, and then Bob's your uncle. That is all done. We can stand back, have a quick squiz, and then I'm going to go ahead if this is good. Didn't make that jump. Fail, Data, fail. Okay, stand back, have a quick squiz. Yeah, see? That is what I was going for. Not crazy overpowering, nothing insane like that. Once we got a bit of green out the front and each of the cells are done and lighting installed, that's going to look very nice. Not extremely overpowering, but yeah, we could have went for the crazy big domed roof. Well, not really domed, but big, you know, crazy roof and all that. But nah, we don't need to do that. That is fine. That is perfectly fine. And then I'm going to get my one gap between the beams like I really, really want. That should create a very nice feel inside. So what we need to do is I'm going to get another stack, because once I'm up there, I don't want to come back down, because I'm going to get this done. Get that, get back up there, and I think I'm going to wrap. No, best thing is to start down the bottom, because I only did a bit of the roof. That's right, the front. So I need to actually finish the job now and wrap it all the way around, and then start putting the rest of the bloomin' roof on. Then we can start thinking about finishing the cells off inside. Now, lever positioning is going to be a bit difficult, because I was planning on having the levers on all the to open up the cells on all the things, but that's not going to work. That's not going to work. One of the levers is going to be not be able to put in. I'm going to have to show you guys, because you probably don't. Yeah, so if we have this lever here for that cell, right? We have this lever for that cell. You can't use this corner beam. This beam's going to be hidden, right? There's going to be, so you can't so that and there's no beam for the lever to go on there. You could put the lever here for that one, but how do you do that one? Should we move it over to the cobblestone on the side? Not cobblestone, the stone brick on the side there, and that might be able to fix it, but that kind of screws things up, because I really wanted to use the main beams here as the lever. I think it looks absolutely awesome. So we're gonna have to play around with that. That's all of that's concerning me at this at the back of my mind. You know, those things that sit at the back of your mind, going, that's a shame, sort of thing. I thought to myself, everything's gonna be central, but it's not. It's not. Damn, I went all the way around. What a Fruit Loop. Okay, so now we can do the rest of these sides here, then get up and finish her off. It's not going to be that bad. Oh, crucky, down the bottom, Data. I keep getting the stairs. I always with Minecraft, always get the stairs, the placement of stairs screwed up. Always. Once I'm going, that's it. But when I start, I always seem to try aim for the middle or the top of the block. It's just a habit that I haven't got out of. Oh, crikey. And yeah, as you can see, it is. We might have to do the corners up there, because the corners are giving me trouble right now. There we go. I win. There we go. Take it easy, Data. There's no rush. We're going to get this done today. Really? Really? Oh, crikey. All right. I'm on a roll. And I'm missing so many. Oh, crikey. Alright, let's get this done. Alrighty guys, I am back, and the roof is now installed, well, complete, which is fantastic. I've also put half slabs along the top of the roof to help reduce the amount of spawns, like nasties, that will spawn on the roof because it's so dark. I've also started working on the inside now, replicating the first cell all the way along. We need to work out where the levers are going to go and all that good stuff. And so yeah, let's get straight back into it, shall we? So let's work out the lever situation. So where is I made a whole bloomin' stack of levers, crikey. So I was thinking, if we we can't have the lever there, like I was saying before, it just doesn't work. So if we have lever there, and lever there, and lever there, that should actually work quite well. And we can do the same thing with the other side, lever there, and lever there. So the center is going to be has to be a tad different. It can't be the same. Because technically, yeah, no, it can't be the same, crikey. So it's going to have to be there, and it can't be at the end. So we have to literally have one off-sided. That is just stupid, and it's going to drive me up the bloomin' wall. Crikey, that's not cool. That's definitely not cool. So, yeah, that's going to eat up at me. There's really no way we can fix this, which kind of sucks. So we figured that out. What happens? Okay, so what happens? Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of all of them, reorganize. What happens if we move the side levers back one? Okay. So what I mean by back one, hang on a second. Fix that one up. That was a whoopsie daisy. There we go. So what I mean by back one, like here, and here. There. So that means we can literally have the same thing on this side. So we can have it here, and then if we get rid of this and do the same thing over there, that will work a lot better. That's way better. Holy smokes, because that was going to eat my... Oh, we have to move the main horse pen there. So technically, it's meant to sit here, and here, and here. No. There, Daddy, you Fruit Loop. Whoopsie! That's a whoopsie daisy! Okay, did I get all that right? It was getting confused because of that one there. So, yeah, that is perfect. So that one, that cell, and that one, that cell. Okay, it's always on the left. Yep, that is perfect. Fantastic. It's all going to work out, perfectly. So let's go ahead and move this one here now. So let's get rid of it. That's going to open the cell. We don't have too long, so stay in here, hot chocolate. Just quickly move the original. So get rid of this. Break all this. There we go. And we're just going to move it to the other side now. So where's that lever at there? So we need to really wrap it around so we don't block anything off. There we go. And Bob's your uncle. So now we figured out the lever problem. That was a problem for me. That was going to really kill my OCD. Whoops, did I break? I did. Broke one of these blocks here. There we go. Alright, so did I bring grass? And yes, I have grass on me. Not very many grass. Thank you for staying there. Far out. If that horse was moving around, it would just be an absolute pain in the bum. Fantastic. Well behaved. Oh, crikey, don't have enough. We'll put a piece of dirt there. Looks like I have to run inside and get some. Lever. Ah, thank God. So now we just need to do the same on the rest of the cells. But what we're going to do as well is grab some grass, which should be in the first chest just up here. And then we can do as I go along, doing the redstone of the cells, I can install the grass on each of the cells. So where are you? So we'll take some dirt with us because I guarantee I do not have enough grass just laying around. Probably have a few of them. Uh-oh. One of them. Uh-oh. I've got a silk touch shovel, so if worse comes to worse, we can just go get it. That is bad. I probably went right past it, didn't I? Yeah, we don't have any grass. What? Maybe I brought it over earlier. Oh, crikey, that would be terrible. Oh, it's so plain at the moment. You wait until we start doing the paths and gardens and lighting soon. Oh, thank God it's in here. Whew! That would have been, not really a disaster. Silk touch shovel gets you some more, but that saved a bunch of time. So we'll dig out the cell as I go along, installing the redstone. I'll dig out the cells and install the grass because, you know, the horses, they like the grass. There we go. Get rid of all this. And it's on the left side, so I should have turned it on. So let me go turn it on real quick. There we go. Power! I'm going to switch my shovel and sword around. Holy smokes. I'm used to my... I'm used to it being on that side. Okay, so what we need to do is not do that. And we sort of just wrap it around into the wall. I'm trying to use the wall as the cover. There we go. And put our repeaters in, which is a waste of repeaters, I know, but it doesn't matter. Bob's your uncle. Done. So now we can go ahead and get out of here. We'll put most of it just plain dirt. And then we'll put one grass block in the center for it to spread. There we go. So that there will spread out nicely. And then we're going to get our dark oak. Put it there. Bob's your uncle. Aha! There we go. Second cell's done. That will grow out nicely. Now I've got to keep doing it. So every cell I do, I'm just going to replace it, two birds with one stone. So I don't have to go back and do the entire floor again. Holy smokes. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Alrighty then, guys, I am back, and she is pretty much done all the way around. Most of the grass is still growing yet. See, you can see little bits of patches that it hasn't spread to yet, but it's spreading quite nicely. Yeah, some of these end cells here were just completed not long ago, so you're definitely going to find lots of patchiness in it. But anyway, so that's the cells at 100%. Let's go ahead and put some of the lighting in now. I've gone ahead and got some glowstone, not very many glowstone. I've got some iron and some trapdoors. So what we're going to do is we're going to, on the ends of these fences here, we're going to put some glowstone in. And what we're going to do is put the trapdoors over top of that glowstone so it blends in a little bit better, because you know the glowstone really doesn't fit in with the rest of the build here. So put some trapdoors around it, and that will just make it fit in quite nicely. So it looks like hanging lamps, which is quite cool. So yeah, I ended up putting torches in here because of the holy smokes. I went inside and come back out, and holy smokes, dark patch. There was nasties out, the Yu-Yangs in here. It was crazy. So torches had to be placed in. Now we can get rid of them. There we go. Okay, so the actual cells themselves, oh, look at that. That is coming along quite nicely. So the cells themselves have light sources. As you can look, all the cells are glowing right now. So what's causing that? Let's go in a cell real quickly. Is the torches on the other side? You can't really see them, which is absolutely fantastic. So that's fine by me. We don't have to have any pretty light sources, but every cell has 2 torches, which is lit up quite nicely. So there should be no dark areas in here except in the roof. And the effect that with the roof being a little bit higher is perfect. That's what I was going for. We could technically cut out a square area here and have like a skylight in. That's possible. Might try that out later. Anyway, let's keep going, because I don't actually have any wheat. I really wanted to make some hay bales, but that's not going to work, which is kind of sad. Get rid of the apples. So we're going to make a cauldron, because this is going to be for the for his water source. Well, no, you can't come out. So we're going to put some water in there real quick. I think we have buckets down in the main base. Now, when I get some, I'm gonna have to make like just a little baby wheat farm for now, because I really want those hay bales. Once you put hay bales and stuff in the corner, it's gonna look gorgeous. And then you just put them around the room, like, you know, for food. It's gonna be cool. Water, not that one, not that one. Aha. There we go. Just saves me making another bucket, wasting iron. The iron needs to go towards something else. So let's go pour that bucket in the cauldron there. That's his trough. That's his drinking, so he can drink out of that. I think we're gonna not worry about the hay bales just yet until we get the outside worked out. So I'm gonna have to create a little. There you go. There. He's got a water trough. Now, in the corner here, we'll probably have the hay bales stacked up in the corner. We'll just have hay bales around the room a little bit to make it more of a stables, which is it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. But I have to work on getting some wheat. So I have to get some seeds and stuff and just make like a little baby wheat garden, farm in there, just temporarily or something. All right, let's put these guys away here, and we're going to start concentrating on making. We can put that away. Start on the front. I do have just junk everywhere. Seriously, just stuff has been killing stuff, and all. Oh, that sun's going down. Come on, sun, go down. So yeah, well, we're gonna start on the. Trust me, that once we start on the front area, putting the paths and hedges in, oh, it's gonna make a hell of a lot of difference, because it's really plain at the moment. But it's nice, but plain, and we're probably gonna curve that door too. We're gonna give it an arch. I think is probably a good idea, and do what I wanted to do. Alright, so let's jump into bed, make it daytime so we don't have a metric butt ton of nasties spawning around, and we can start marking out where everything's going to sit. So as I was saying before, I don't want to take too much of this front area up, so the garden's got to be quite small. So let's just, whoa, crikey, wrong one. Let's just work this out. Uh-oh, where's my sword? Quick, he's coming right for me. Dead. Okay, so we need to work this out, which will leave a 1 gap. Hang on a second. This might actually work. There we go. Get some of that dirt, which I don't have that many left. put it in here. Just put it all in here for now. We'll even put a grass block so it starts to spread early on. There we go. Bob's your uncle. Alright, just doing this little corner section just to have a quick squeeze. So as I said, I don't want it popping out like heaps, but we just want a little bit of a, yeah, see? The green's going to make all the difference. And we're going to have this nice wide area. We could come back out by another one. I'm not 100% sure about coming out by another one. Do we want to come out by one more? Yeah, screw it. We'll come out by one more. We'll give it a little bit more space. So what we'll do is dig all this out. So let's just dig all this out right to the front door area here. Start marking all this out. Now, remember, we still haven't got street lamps up or anything yet. So hopefully, maybe when we finish this build, we're going to start thinking about putting street lanterns everywhere. Because at the moment, there is no light out here at all. Zero bloomin' light. Alright, so get rid of all this. This needs to be converted to dirt. And hopefully the grass spreads all over the top of it. Don't even have that much dirt. Might have to run inside and look for dirt. Crikey. That is definitely not good. Definitely not good. There we go. We're going to have to remove those hedges. Yep, we can use grass. I don't want to use all the grass up. Alright. So we'll just run inside, look for a couple of stacks. Few stacks of dirt would be absolutely lovely. Oh, and no, my luck, I'm not going to blooming be able to find any. Nope. Dirt, shift click. 7. Probably going right past a bunch, aren't I? There's 64, there's 12. Gonna need buttload of it anyway, so that's fine. Alright, so once we've got the path area out here done, it should look absolutely gorgeous. So, fill the rest of this in real quick. And we can have a quick squiz. Stand back and have a quick squiz. Make sure everything is coming together, and then we can start marking out the rest of it. There we go. Now, I'm unsure to have the lighting hanging off the building itself or put the street lighting in. See, look at that. Look at that. See, just that little change just starts to make things pop a lot, a hell of a lot. So we're going to do the same thing with this side, obviously. There we go. Bring that out. We need to really start marking it. I'm going to have to go inside and get more. Holy smokes, I need more of everything, really. So now we need to worry about the path, the main path that goes around it. Because that there will be all dirt. Now, what? Have no bloomin' clue what we should do, how many we should go out here, because this will be all hedging right around. We're gonna have a small path that goes, and we'll probably have green and little flower beds and stuff in here. So what we'll do is just roughly measure where we need to come. So I would say here. Let's do the corner really quickly. Just gonna have a quick squiz at this corner. It's not. I'm trying to keep it away from the window, but not too close to the stables. So that should be it. And then we'll go one more. We'll go one more, and then straighten it up. See, that should be the perfect distance. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 away from the window sill, and over here we'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's perfect. All right. So that there, all this here is meant to be grass, okay? Now we need to, I want the path to be 3 wide. So we'll just extend this a little bit. We just got to roughly 1, 2, 3 get everything marked where everything's going to sit. Do this corner bit because this might be a little bit difficult. Do we start curving it now? I want it 3 wide. Oh, a little bit more. I think that will do. That will definitely do. That's technically only 2 wide, Daddy, a Fruit Loop. And then take it all the way in. That's 3 wide there. That's perfect. We might have to adjust that corner bit. It's not exactly 100%. Whoop. Oh, you Fruit Loop. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that does not look too bad at all. See, I'm trying to match the corner here, which it definitely does. And then that will technically should run all the way up here. So I like the paths being 3 wide. This will run nice and right up to here. Take a turn. There we go. Just marking I've got a lot of digging, it looks like. I'm going to have to fill all that in with grass and all sorts of stuff. And then I need to get some more shears made up and do some more shearing of oak trees because I'm going to put an edge on it. Oh, crikey, I'm out. But, and that will come all the way up here too. So yeah, this is going to be a nice walkway. Very nice walkway. We can go ahead and start putting in the dirt on this side now to start that grass spread real early on. So what we can do is start that grass spread really early on. There we go. And yeah, as I said, I just have to dig all this out. I've got a metric butt ton to dig out. But now you guys know exactly what sort of I'm showing you guys what I'm meant to be doing. Like, yeah, getting inside my head and everything. But yeah, all that's got to be stripped out. This side's got to be stripped out as well. But it should look nice. You know, it's pretty much a path that wraps around. Because all this cobblestone is just too overpowering. I knew for a fact that we were going to be turning chunks of it into garden beds and outhouses and all sorts of crazy stuff we've got to build out here and street lights. And once all that starts to go out, it should look bloomin' gorgeous. Alright, so now we can put some more of the hedges around. There we go. And that will wrap around there. I'm going to stand back, have a quick squiz there. Oh yeah, that's looking absolutely gorgeous. And then you got to realise, technically, there's going to be more hedges here, like that. And then there's street lamps that's going to be hanging over. Oh, it's just going to be epic once it's done. Bloomin' epic. It looks like I'm going to have to get some more resources. Because I'm going to go ahead and dig out a bunch of this down here. Yeah, I better get to work on this. Alright guys, thanks for watching episode 79 of Minecraft Down Under, and you guys have a good one.